Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you want to just feed me some cake?
What?
Can you just feed me some cake?
You want me to feed you cake?
Yeah. Hi, sorry. I'm Caitlin.
That's bad.
Nice to meet you.
So wait, do I get anything? Do you get anything out of this? That's a real question.
No, you're getting everything.
Yes, he does. No, what I actually mean is why? Why would a grown man be a part of this? She said in the beginning, asking a complete stranger to feed me cake. That's not a complete stranger. It's either your boyfriend, your guy friend, or just the guy who's getting everything. He is in almost all of your videos. He's quite the opposite of a complete stranger.
You're all saying I want a strong man who's going to lead, who's got his together, who isn't in his feelings. But then on the other hand, you're like, but I also want him to let me hang out with my guy friends.
Well, let me ask you this. Why does a man, not wanting you to hang out with a guy friend equate to a strong man? Why does that make them a strong man?
Why do I need a leash?
Well, it depends. Do you want him hanging out with women when you're not
I
there?
didn't care if he
I-
communicated.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but I pay attention to what women do, not what they say. So, if you say, I'm fine with my boyfriend going off and hanging out with his girl who's a friend, it doesn't bother me. What I'm hearing is, that's not a guy you really want. That's not a guy that you're actually into, who really like...
Maybe you're speaking for yourself, but for me, that's not what happened. I loved him. I wanted a whole future with him.
But not enough to not hang out with the guy friends. Right.
Exactly. She valued her little dates with her guy friend more than she valued her entire relationship with the guy she claimed she loved. She didn't. And yes, I did say her little dates because for most people, when they're hanging out one-on-one, a single guy with a single girl, at least for one of them, if not both, that's a date. Did your guy best friend took you to a nice restaurant for a fancy dinner? That's a date. Oh no, he invited me for some Netflix and chill over some good wine. Why did he wanted more? You knew from the beginning what he wanted and you still went.
The brainwashing piece of partner poaching is the most important part. I think this is what people who've never been through it or seen it happen don't understand. They interject thoughts in your brain. They will start to tell you how you're being abused by your spouse. And at the same time, they will start saying things like, you and I have a connection. You feel it, don't you? I know you're not happy in your current relationship. Even if you're happy, you'll start being like, am I? Is that true? And then you start spinning. Brainwashing is a huge part of partner poaching mistresses and misters.
She is not wrong, and I think she just proved my point about your guy best friend or your girl best friend. And no, I'm not saying men and women cannot be friends. They can, but as soon as you leave your boyfriend at home so he can hang out with your guy best friend, there is more to it than just a friendship. And yes, that also goes for men leaving their girlfriend at home so they can hang out with their girl best friends. Not really sure that counts as brainwashing, but there's more to it than just friendships.
Who the did I go on a date with? Let me tell you about how this man left me alone outside of a bar at 1:30 in the morning. Let me tell you how we even got there, because that was the third stop on the date. We started off at P6, which is like...
Wait, what? 2 minutes and 22 seconds? Before I go into, I have no idea why men still ask you out on dates. Let's skip the empty spaces and get you to your point.
Asked him about his relationships, and he said he had like an open relationship previously. Then I asked him if he had cheated, and he was like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh, that was a real quick response.
Do people not know what an open relationship is? How can you cheat on someone who knows you're gonna sleep with someone else? Did we just make all this up? Sorry, my bad. Let's skip all the rest of the empty spaces and get her to her point.
Go to part 2, because this gets so weird.
I did watch her part 2 cause apparently I hate my life. Going back to taking her to her point, there wasn't any. He got tired of putting up with her and he left.
I would rather remain single the rest of my life than settle for someone that isn't 100% perfect for me. If I only live once, why would I settle? Why would I not be 100% happy? Because I know I can be 100% happy in myself.
Because the toy you have in your nightstand, well, first of all, it requires batteries, and second of all, it's not going to cuddle.
I am practicing a form of self-hatred and self-harm tonight because I just took a 43-minute Uber, a Prius, because taking a regular Uber was so expensive, and that was still so expensive, all the way to the west side where it's gray here. It's gray cardboard energy here. To go on a date with a man that just told me he's gonna be late after I ventured out here. I'm gonna puke from that car ride. So yeah, this is a form of self-harm after an amazing day I had. You have to have balance, you know? So I'll report back how this date is at Bell's Beach House. Like, what is going on here? I'm not sure what the lore is of the West Side. I can't relate to it whatsoever, even though I used to live here.
I'm gonna yak.
So your date after he says was his date. I'm not a fan of a Prius myself, but that's still a car. On a day-to-day basis, you're either taking a bus or the subway, but oh my god, I had to take a ride in a Prius. Who raised you?
Ladies, if a man ever says this to you, here's what I want you to do.
I really don't care. You're a 1500 years old woman who's trying to act like she's a coach of whatever.
Single girls, I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm going to tell you it anyways. I think there's a chance that some of you guys are turning down men because you are assuming the worst when it's actually not that bad. Hear me out. We can't constantly talk about how men are so stupid and dumb and then not be willing to consider that sometimes when they say things that to us are big red flags, they are truly just saying something without realizing what it implies to us. Here's an example. My boyfriend, when I matched with him on Tinder, in his bio had a message that I would argue is to me one of the biggest red flags of all time. It said not looking for anything serious. And so I messaged him being like, oh, so are you just looking for all of the benefits of a girlfriend without any of the commitment? And he goes, what? No, I'm just really busy with grad school. And that's what I'm talking about, because if I had just assumed the worst and never even bothered asking, I would never have known that he's actually totally good and just dumb.
Oh, wouldn't you just love being her boyfriend and finding out that you're not that bad, but you're just stupid? Not necessarily because you are, but she thinks you are. Either way, I would still rather listen to her than the first lunatic. Especially more if I was a single girl, lady, whatever. Because she would still make a guess that that guy is really dumb, but he's a good guy, as opposed to the first lunatic who will just keep you single.
Let's go for dinner with my ex.
Aim to look spectacular. He cheated on me and he's moving to the States tomorrow and wants to tell me something, therefore he's taking me out for dinner the night before he's leaving. I tried to guess what he was gonna say to me. Spoke to my friends as well. 9 out of 10 bets are some form of gaslighting. I actually have sneaky suspicions it's gonna be something else. Not like a proposal, but like some kind of proposal. Like a let's fix it proposal. So I just want to look my best when I say no.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I believe her. Not her necessarily, but I'm told that I need to believe all women. She put on all that makeup because she said she needed to show him what he's missing out on. She put on some lipstick even, so he will know that those are lips he's not gonna kiss anymore. He was moving the next day, not only countries, but continents. I'm pretty sure he knew that he's not gonna see you again. At the end of the date, because for her that was a date, for him was just dinner, he gave her some gifts. Farewell gifts, princess. He wasn't expecting anything else. He was leaving the next day.
I was just on a date with this guy. And he didn't know who Chapel Road was. Or like who Charlie XCX is. Or like what Brad Summer is. And I was like,
yeah, I've never heard of them either. I'm guessing they're TikTok names or trends or whatever. But I know that you need to calm down before those veins pop on your forehead. Or you at least need to understand that not everyone lives their own lives on TikTok. Alright, and this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.